Beetlejuice, this is for you. What number comes between 2 and 4? Beetlejuice.
25. Wait a minute,
Hold
Beetlejuice.
it.
I want you to think about
Think
it.
about it. Don't blurt out your answer. What number comes between 2 and 4?
2 and 4. Start from 1.
The prophecy is true.
So most of us working in the quality domain might find ourselves in a similar kind of situation when we are asked to decide a sample size for the audits that we need to do, right? So in this video, we are going to discuss about the sampling, about how to create a sampling calculator, how you're going to use it, and what would be the right sample size. So let's go ahead and get started without wasting any time. So what is up, people, and welcome back to another video on my channel Unleash Quality. My name is Shubh. So like I said, we are going to discuss about sampling today, the sampling calculator, how to use it, what are the factors that influence the sampling method and for the sample size, and what exactly is your right sample size. Let's first understand what is a sample, what is a sample size. Begin with what is sample size. Question: what is sample size? The definition: sample size is number of completed responses your survey receives. It is basically, if I have to explain in a layman's term, it is a set of number you pick up from a larger set of number, right? To identify what they feel or to identify their behavior. As a assessor, as an auditor, as an observer, you want to pick up out of 100, you want to pick up 10 people. That is your sample, right? Again, for example, one way of sampling, to use a random sample where you pick up people randomly, right? There are different ways of sampling: random sampling, stratified sampling. There are multiple ways of sampling. We will discuss all of that. So to understand what is sample size, is basically you pick up a set of numbers, a set of people from a larger group. That is sample. Very simple, right? Now there are 3 keys to calculate sample size. What are those? First one being the population size, the total number of people in the group you are trying to study. All right. Now the mathematics of probability prove that the size of the population is irrelevant, right? Unless the size exceeds the sample. Unless your sample exceeds the size of your population, the percentage of it, right? Now what does this mean? This means that often we may not know the exact population size, right? But it's not going to be a problem. So the probability of mathematics, it says it doesn't matter. Meaning, what does this mean? This simply means that 500 people, if you survey 500 people, that set of the sample is good enough. It is equally useful when for a 15 lakh population people or mere 1 lakh population people. 500 samples are good enough. That's what the example says, right? Now moving on, the next factor that comes while we try to decide a sample size: margin of error. What is margin of error? Margin of error is a percentage that tells you how much you can expect your survey results to reflect the views of overall population, meaning what's your tolerance level. I know if I survey 100 people, out of those 95 people might give me the right answer, and 5% of them may not give me, they may say no, they may say bad. 95% of people may say good or may say yes, right? Next comes, so margin of error also helps you determine the confidence level, right? What is your confidence level? Confidence level is the percentage that reveals how confident you can be. Now, an interesting fact here, the industry standards confidence level that is being used largely are 90%, 95%, and 99% of confidence level. Another factor, an example for you, a 95% confidence level means that you can be 95% certain the results lie between X and Y numbers, whatever your numbers are, right? Your accuracy level depends on the percentage of your sample that picks a particular answer, which again goes to talking about population size and confidence level together, right? If 99% of your sample says good, right, and 1% of them says bad, or let's say no, here the chance or the margin of error is way too less, so you won't be able to arrive at a sample size, a right sample size. Hence, irrespective of the size, if the percentage are 51% and 49%, there you have a larger you will get a larger sample. Why? Because your margin of error increases. You are prone to find more number of errors. Hence, when we look into the sampling calculator, there is a p-value which I like to keep at 50%, so that the sample size that I get is maximum, the maximum number of sample size that I should be getting, right? So these are the basics of population, margin of error, and confidence level, right? So we'll quickly move on to the sampling calculator and see how it works with the sampling calculator. So this is a sampling calculator that I created a few years back, just updated the year here. So this calculator, I use it more often than not because this helps me to decide on the sample size that needs to get audited for a program, for a process, for a business, right? So simple thing, confidence level, which we've discussed, the error, which is nothing but the margin of error, population size, or the volume. I've added instructions here, what volume you need to add, the error tolerance, basically the margin of error, enter the confidence level, how confident are you based on, it can be based on your historic data, based on your hypothesis, anything, right? Now there are few cells hidden here, alpha divided by 2 z-score. I will make another video on which I will discuss how the backend of a sampling calculator works. For now, you can simply go ahead and use the sampling calculator with the formulas, predefined formulas that is already there. Create your own, share it with your colleagues, friends, and everyone, right? Now, one interesting factor that I want to call out, you just need to enter confidence level, error, and your volume. Yeah, so coming to the interesting factor that I wanted to call out here is, no matter what your volume is, no matter what your confidence level is, no matter what your margin of error is, your sample size will never exceed 385. Reason? Because it is scientifically proven long time ago that 385 is adequate sample size for you to get any sort of insights, any sort of inferences. So always remember, 385 is the adequate sample. However, depending on our business, depending on the processes or programs that we are handling, respectively, we might want to tweak or increase the sample size. Practically, when I do it, I don't keep it at 385. 385 is the standard, so I ensure that minimum 385 samples are there. Over and above anything that is done is going to give value, but it also at times adds time as a waste factor, right? So please explore this. I've added this calculator in the comment box and the description box. I'm sorry. It's created on G Sheet. Feel free to explore it and play with it. So that's about the sampling calculator. I had for today, the sampling calculator, the sampling approach. Please do like and comment if you like the video, share your suggestions, and do subscribe the channel. I'm thankful to everyone who have helped me reach the 100 subscribers mark. Please help and support to make the channel better, and let me know what I can include in my next video. Till then, this is Shubh signing off. You guys stay safe, stay home. Happy Sunday.